So what is sound? Well, everyone could say it's things we hear, it's things everyone hears, but what is sound? If we break it down, how do we hear all the things we hear at the different tones we hear them, and how can some people and some animals not hear the same sounds that we do? Today, basically, we're going to be focusing on what sound is and the different types of sound we can hear at different types of frequency. Now, some people don't even know what a frequency is, and that's okay. I didn't know what a frequency was until my senior year of taking AP Physics, which is completely fine. But basically, a frequency is at the rate something occurs, so it can go really, really fast, or it could go really, really slow, and it usually occurs in these kind of wave types, which I think is also pretty cool. Now, in these frequencies, we have different rates at which the frequencies occur. So, if it's a faster frequency, kind of like going like this, it's going to make a higher pitched sound. If it's going at a lower frequency, so kind of like this, it'll appear at a lower sound. And a little fun fact, did you know the highest frequency humans can hear at is about 20,000 hertz, and the lowest is just 20 hertz, which is actually pretty low, but it's also not the lowest they can go. And another thing that we also talked about in my audio production lecture is transducers, which basically converts energy from one form to another, like the example he gave, which is acoustic energy to electric via a microphone. So maybe your voice coming out of your throat, which is producing a frequency of sound, which is going into the microphone, which can spread it out into space and time, and the entire world probably can't hear you, but an entire stadium. And usually, when we record the speed of sound, say from your voice to a microphone, we would record that in hertz. So the speed of sound is at 1,125.33 feet per second. And if you wanted to see how fast that could travel throughout a stadium, throughout a street, maybe you just yelling, that could be easily defined by a simple math equation. But we're not going to be focusing on that today. What we are going to be focusing on is something I used to do all the time as a kid, which is blow in a bottle. The only bottle I have right now is my kombucha bottle, which I have been sipping on, but if you blow on it, it makes kind of a whistle sound. So as you can see, my kombucha bottle is pretty full. I haven't drank a lot of it, but I can still blow on it to get a sound out of the air that is still in there. And when I blow on it, it kind of makes a higher toned whistle sound. But if I were to say pour some out in this glass, that's about good, right? Now, the bottle is significantly lower. I think it's about right here. You can't really see it, but it's about right here. The sound should occur more lower since there's a lot more room for the frequency to go, so it would be a longer frequency wave appearing through the bottle. So why are we talking about sound? Why does it even matter? Yes, we hear it all around us, but why should we even care? Well, like I said, it's all around us. You can't exactly ignore everything you hear. We hear music, we hear people, we hear art, we hear so many different things for so many different cultures, which is why we should care. We should understand how we can hear certain things. And also listening to music in different cultural aspects is actually pretty. And I do think if I'm taking an audio production class, I should be able to hear most things that are happening. So now that we have both discovered together how the basic works of sound are, like the frequencies it occurs at and the different frequencies sound occur at, like higher sounds go with higher frequencies and lower sounds go with lower frequencies, we can dive deeper into how different sounds occur and which different types of animals and humans can hear different types of sounds, because I could be able to hear a sound and the person next to me could be able to not hear it, which actually is pretty weird. But hopefully during this class we'll figure out all that type of stuff and more. Thanks guys!